Okay, so how's this? Good old, trusty, dusty cell phone. How we looking, people? How we looking? We doing better? I'm trying to pull it up on my computer now. I don't even see it. It's like delayed. All right, people. Come on. Where is the live at, man? Oh my gosh. Maybe it'll come up soon. How we looking, people? Yeah, man. That first video, you were lagging. Xbox Live prime time. Yo, the Rocky video was funny, bro. Thanks, Rev D. I was like, that Rocky video, I was super anxious. I was telling my wife helped me film it, and I was like, I make videos all the time, and like I'm like super anxious about this video because I was putting a lot of effort into it. Most of my videos I just hit the record button and go. You know what I mean? That video I had to put a lot of thought into it, planning, and so I really appreciate that. Come on. This is crazy. Um, Texas veteran power outdoors, but it's clean now. Better. Great. I'm on my phone now, so hopefully it'll be better. Yeah, there's a little, but it's overall better. What headphones do you wear, bro? The big ones? Oh, you talking about these? These are some cheap ones, bro. I don't even know. I got them from Best Buy. It was like $30. When I'm cutting, I got the what's that? The Shark something? Oh no. Skull Candy. Is I got some big ones. It's called Skull Candy. I paid like 99 for them. Those are great. You know what I mean? Because these, I don't like to cut with like little earbuds like these because they don't really cancel the noise as much. You know what I mean? And I got weird ears, so I have to have some type of over the ear type ones, or they'll just fall out. So I got the big Skull Candy ones, and those things work awesome. They strap on my head, great. I just use these for like everyday stuff. Like say I'm on the couch and we're watching TV together with my family, and I don't want to disturb people, or I'm out in public and somebody send me a message, or I want to watch a video. I just throw these on right quick, and I can watch the video. So those computer cameras nowadays seem never to catch up with the times. I know, right? I got a Windows Surface. That thing is freaking awesome and everything else, but for some reason, it's not, you know, not working out for live videos. Texas Outdoor Veteran Power. Yeah, it's awesome, bro. The Rocky video. Thanks, my man. Rev D. I'm glad you cleared the side of the rail when you jumped off the deck. Yeah. I wanted to start the video off like, something to catch people's attention. And so when I told my wife, because my wife filmed that part, when I told her, I said, all right, so I'm gonna come out the house and I'm gonna jump off the deck. She was like, what? I was like, well, in the Rocky, if you look up the Rocky running scene, he come out the house and he jump over a little railing. So I was like, well, I gotta jump over my railing. And, my railing might be like, you know, 8 feet in the air, but I gotta jump over it. And so I jumped over it, and we went out and filmed. And like by the end of the day, you know, my knees was aching. I was like, man, but it was worth it. You know, by the next morning, my knees was straight. You know what I mean? I'm 35. I'm getting up there, but like I told my wife, I said, see, I used to be athletic back in the day. I used to be dunking on people in high school, so I still got a little bit in me, you know. All good. Watching from the 405 Oklahoma City. 405? Oh, is that? I guess that's a different. Because I just went to Houston. I forget what highways they have. My skull candy is on now. Yeah, skull candies is the business. Nice. Who's your daddy? Don't we all have weird ears? Not everybody. I do not understand those people who have those iPhone headphones that is just like the little ear thing. It's like this big, and they just stay in their ears all day. Like I never could wear something like that. It was just every time I would turn my head, it would just fall out. You know, I don't know. The lawn care season is over here in Kentucky, and I'm not happy. Speaking of that, I gotta get to the title. I'm still trying to finish up my cuts because my truck was broke down, as y'all know. So I still got cuts, and I have to work during the week. So I went out yesterday. I did 3 cuts. I still gotta go do my south side stuff. So that's probably like 5 or 6 cuts. Then I got a lady that want me to start doing leaf cleanups already, and I'm still trying to finish my cuts. Because it's cold. It got warm for like a week or so, and then this week it's getting back cold. So I think it's probably going to stay cold now. We got like a high of 60, you know. I know it's not cold. Y'all probably in some colder areas, but it's like a high of 60 now. Um, mm, my bad. But yeah, my Leaf Vac idea. Now that we're like 7 minutes into the video, those of you who are still here, I know y'all are day ones, you know, supporters. So, sweet. I got my chat up on my computer now, so I can see what y'all talking about. Mr. Nero, light snow here in Michigan. Light snow? Y'all probably, a light snow to y'all is probably like a dusting to us. We barely get snow. People keep asking me, Seth, when are you gonna get plowing stuff? Like, bro, like we barely get any snow here. You know, the few people who probably have plowing stuff probably get all the business. I'm like, it's no point in me uh, getting a plow and hope that it might snow enough. You know what I mean? Anywho, let me get to the leaf stuff. All right, so the idea I have a friend, he does scrapping, right? He came by, he gave me like a 5 horsepower motor. I'll show y'all another day. But it's a 5 horsepower motor, it's a small motor. And he gave me the housing uh, and the blade to go on it. It's like one of the side spindle motors. So all I would need was be the hose to come out the top into the trailer, and then the hose to come out the front to suck up the leaves. And so I was like, this kind of a small motor to put on to a big trailer, you know, because it's only 5 horsepower. But and then the second thing was I don't really have a dump trailer, so even if I did mount it on the front of my trailer, how would I dump it off? So this morning I was kind of thinking, and I got the idea. If y'all notice, I have a 16-foot trailer, right? And on half of the trailer, I have 8-foot plywood. And that's just the base. It's 3 sides just to keep the wind from blowing stuff off on the trailer. And so I said, what if I put a back piece onto the four sides? I will, of course, um, make it more sturdy, you know. It's like flimsy now. Then I put a mesh top on it, right? And once I put the mesh top on it, I have it fully enclosed. So I get this motor working. I get the piece, put a tube up, cut a hole, running through, and then I get it all mounted up, and then I can just have half of my trailer as a box, and then the other half trailer be open. And the way this would benefit me would be because when I get to the jobs, I can haul my mowers. You know what I mean? I can haul my mowers. I'll have half the trailer as a box, half the trailer as a trailer. Haul my Mustang with a bagging system. Haul my Craftsman lawn vac, and then I would dump everything right beside the trailer, vacuum it up, and have it in there. And the way I would get it off was I would make it like an H shape. Like, like this with a cross piece, and then maybe put a tarp on the cross piece, and then put that up at the front of the trailer with a rope tied to it. So once that box fills up, the back panel of the box, I could be able to take it off, and then I can just tie it to something when I get to the dump, or maybe have a stake on the end of the rope, stake it down, and then pull the whole trailer forward, pull all the leaves off, bing, bang, boom, we good to go. So that's my idea. I don't know what y'all think. Use the blower to get the leaves off. I mean, that's the idea, but you gotta think about it. It's one thing when you just loading the leaves on the trailer, but when you are using a vac, it's gonna pack them leaves in there. It's gonna be like a big old box of leaves. You ever seen that? Where they take the cars and they squish the cars into a little compact box. That's how it is when you have one of those things, and it loads it in there so tight until the point where it has no room. And I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of digging and just to get back into the back of it. Plus, it's gonna have the little mesh top on top of it, so I can't really crawl on top of it to get to the back. So that's why I was thinking that way to have the rope to pull it off. I don't know. That's just the idea. Got the tipsy cuff from Triple D already. Is Triple D in here? He was trying to get in here earlier. I don't know. And then also, another thing about the blower is like, so we have a dump that's like a regular residential dump, right? That's what I've been using for years. But I used to have like a 5x8 trailer, and I used to have like an Astro van. So I would kind of blend in with all the residential people. And our residential dump, you can dump for free. You just come in there, and they say, what you got? You'd be like, brush. And they'd be like, all right, go ahead. And you just pull in and you dump. Now that I got a Nissan Titan and a 16x7 trailer with a whole bunch of like rakes and stuff on the front, I kind of look kind of commercial. So sometimes they'll be like, are you bringing this stuff from your house? And I'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, okay, let me see your ID. So they'll check IDs and they'll question you, but they'll eventually let me in. So I try not to go to that place. So I long story short, when I go to the residential place that I get to dump for free, you can't use power equipment. I can't use rakes. I can't start up mowers. Like I have to have my mower off the trailer before I get there because I can't start it up. You're not supposed to do that. I said you can't use rakes. You can't use blowers. You can use a rake, but that's all you can use. You can't use anything that's gas powered or whatever. But when I go to the commercial place, which I have to pay $23 to dump per load, I can use whatever I want to. And so that place, I probably could use a blower. And that place is dirt. I'm dumping it on dirt. So that's why I said I could have a stake at the end of the rope and I could stake it down with a sledge or something and then pull up and let it fall off. Let me see these comments. Mr. Nero, I can't wait until I can invest in an enclosed dump trailer with a Leaf vacuum hookup. Me too. Don't we all? Bill Garlock. What's up, bro, from Ohio? What's up, Bill? Who's your daddy? I have an idea. What if you use the vac at the dump and move the hose to the area you want to shoot it back out in the issues? That's the idea. That's what my mentor. I was talking to my mentor. That's what he was saying. He was like, "What if you reverse it and blow it back out?" But I was like, it would just be easier just to drag it out. Brian Ricketts, what's going on? What's going on, Brian? Yeah. Anywho, but that's what's been going on with me. Sipping on Evan Williams. The first time we went to GIE in 2015, me and my wife actually toured the Evan Williams distillery, which was pretty cool. And they said, "Oh, you're gonna get samples at the end." And we get to the end, they give you shot glasses, and it got a little teeny little bourbon in the shot glass. Yeah. But I found out that Evan Williams make a lot of different bourbons. Larceny, if y'all into bourbons, they make Larceny and they make a lot of other different brands. But I like my good old Evan Williams Black Label, White Label if you're trying to get it messed up. But I don't really be getting, I just be sipping. All right. Three Lakes Landscaping. I dump at home what I don't use in compost and chip I burn. I also have a dump place that makes mulch and compost. Commercial can dump for free. Must be nice to be able to dump for free at commercial, but I can't do that because when I bought the house, I didn't know I was going to have a lawn care business. So my house, I have neighbors on all three sides. I have the street on the front, two neighbors on the side, and a neighbor in the back. If I could go back and do things, I would buy a house in some country place with, woods. And I can, burn grass, burn leaves and whatever. Just like that. My uncle, he got some place, but I don't want to be, he lived down around the corner, but I don't want to be going to his house dumping leaves and burning it all the time. But, yeah, I didn't think about that when I was buying my house. What I was thinking about was I know me and my wife were engaged, we were getting married, and I wanted to have a place for my kids to be able to play, like a neighborhood. You know what I mean? I wasn't thinking about getting some country place. It's so crazy how your mind changes over the years. When I first bought this house, I didn't even want a pickup truck. You know what I mean? And now I'm like, dang, how can I live without a pickup truck? But yeah, so it's crazy how your mind changes. And now I told my wife, I said, when we get a new house, number one, I have to have woods in the back of my house. I can put all the leaves and debris back there. Number two, I don't want no trees. You know what I mean? I spend all the time getting up leaves out of other people's yards. I don't want to get tree leaves up in my yards. The only leaves I want to get up is the leaves from my back tree line, and I can just blow them back into the woods. And then, like I said, I want to have a decent amount of land, at least an acre or two, and I can have some area in the back. Like I said, I can dump my own leaves and own debris back in my yard, burn it, like you said, you know, dig a hole or something like that, burn it, whatever. Have a detached garage where I keep all my equipment, and that would be great. Um, M. Linton Lawn Care. What's going on, my man? Um, yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. I fixed my, as y'all saw, I fixed my bearing myself. My brake booster is still acting crazy. Like I said, the brake booster has not completely gone out. My dealer said it's the actuator. So basically, the actuator is the brake booster creates a vacuum, which makes the brake pedal easier to push. Back in the day, they didn't have like power brakes or brake fluid or something like that. So when you push the pedal, it it will be harder to push. And so now that you have a brake booster, it makes it easier to push. You know, and you push the pedal easy. So my actuator measures the vacuum in the brake booster. So he said mine is a weird situation where my actuator gets stuck and it's not reading the vacuum. So he suggested replacing the whole thing, which I guess is good because I guess if you replace the actuator, then it still might mess up. So you just put a whole new thing in there. Excuse me. But so in the long story short, my brake booster still messed up. I'll start it up one time and I'll drive, and the brake booster will be messed up. I'll get to a house, cut it off, cut that yard, get back in there, and my brakes will work fine. I'll drive to the next house, brakes work completely fine, and then cut it off, cut that yard. When I get back in, it's acting funny. So it's good enough for me. My thing was, I told my wife, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna work. I need to finish off these cuts because I still haven't finished off my cuts for the year. And two, you know, I can make some money and just, you know, December I got to get my truck inspected anyway. So I said I use November to make the money. I got a guy, a repair shop that can do it for 700. The brake booster looks easy to put in, but you gotta take like everything off. The windshield wipers, like all the whole top of the by the hood, and you gotta take the analog brakes thing out. My thing is, like you saw, I try to do what I can, like with the um like with the bearings. I did that myself, which I never did before. But when it gets in this technical stuff, like taking out the analog brake system, you know, I'm not gonna mess with that because I need my brakes. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Rev D. Yeah, I have a row of Bradford pear trees and I'm cutting them down. No more leaves. Yeah. Is this bad boy frozen? Come on, man. And my phone messing up. I see the time moving, but I don't see the picture moving. I'm gonna cut off the Wi-Fi. I think it's my Wi-Fi that's messing up. on Sprint. Okay, who's your daddy? Mr. IT guy. Come on, bro. See, now I'm not even on Wi-Fi. Now I'm on